Welcome back, everybody, to episode 9 of the Bright Lights podcast. I'm your host, Deegs, finally joined by my two co-hosts, Mahoney.
What is up, guys?
And PT.
Hello, everyone. It feels great to be back. I'm excited. I'm ready. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been kind of a pretty long time since we've all been together,
Back on campus?
With our winter break. PT had a great time in Florida.
I'm tan.
I was out of the country. Mahoney
doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Just random stupid shit.
Always, baby. But all three of us are back together. We got a great show today. A lot of things to talk about. So with that being said, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste our time. So we're going to jump right into our call-outs. PT, go ahead, baby.
All right, so I haven't done my call-out personally in a long time. Mahoney texted me last minute. I got a quick one into him. It's kind of predictable here. Well, mine's actually not kind of predictable. It has to do with my beloved Bears, but it has to do with a specific person. Saturday morning, we found out that Trey Burton had an issue with his groin.
Yep, I'm pumped.
He had an issue with his groin. Okay, I understand that. Maybe got hurt. I don't know what he did. No idea. But 2 days after of the game that they lost, there was a breaking news. I don't know if it was from a reliable source or not, but it was mentioned that he was afraid to play the Eagles.
Yep, Redline put that out.
Oh, yeah, because he used to
Red
play
Line
for the
Radio.
Eagles.
He used to play for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even if this is a college, sometimes it's negative, but even if he had some mental block in his head, like, I feel bad for the guy because, like, I know it was kind of killing him to not be playing out there with his team, but, like, yes, it affected us, and, like, it just was like, wow, like, I can't believe someone was actually, like, that nervous to go play a team. Like, I hope he gets this figured out and, like, it helped because who knows? Maybe it could actually be something wrong with his, like, head, like, football did something to his head, or, like, who knows? But, like, it just blew my mind this morning that, like,
pussyitis.
Yeah, dude.
But no, here's the thing, like, you see Trey Burton as a tight end that's always in there blocking, and he's a tough man. And then
He's a big part of our offense.
He opens
and
up
for
the field.
Exactly, and for him not to be in any role in that game hurt us tremendously. Because I saw, who's that little fucker? It starts with Mizell.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he getting any action?
No, dude, I was watching the game, and I was like, where's Cohen? Like, why is Mizell
here's
and Benny Cunningham in the game right now?
Second part is like, okay, so this breaks. I feel like Matt Nagy was like, oh, I don't have Burton. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to fucking change anything. He didn't change shit. It still looks like he had the same game plan in with Burton in there. Cohen got 4 touches, 1
That's
running
awful.
and 3 catching.
Yeah,
He is the most explosive player on the offense. Give him the fucking ball.
Yeah, dude, and like Adam Shaheen, like I know he's baby Gronk or whatever, like he's huge.
I hate that shit, baby.
No,
Gronk.
I do too because it's like nowhere near, but it's because
Yeah.
he's white and he's tall, basically.
Yes.
But
And he looks like him kind of.
Like,
He kind of does. Yeah.
he's a big body, but he's not like he doesn't
He
spread.
wears 87 too, doesn't he?
He doesn't spread the field like Trey Burton
No,
does. Like
they're two totally different.
Trey Burton's a tight end, but he's more athletic. He can act as a receiver. Like you said, he blocks well. Shaheen's a project. When they drafted him in the second round, they were drafting a Division II project, and they were hoping that the guy panned out. The fact that if what you're saying is true, and he didn't play because he was scared to play against the Eagles, Trey Burton is the biggest bitch I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh,
This is the first playoff game at Soldier Field in 8 years.
Yep.
And the crowd was fucking. Why wouldn't you want to play
that
against your former team?
Why wouldn't you want
Like,
to stick
Alshon
it to your
Jeffrey
former
was
team?
fired up.
Alshon Jeffrey
was like, fuck everyone in this
Alshon
fucking
Jeffrey
place.
showed up to play, and
He
it
did.
showed. Like, he had a good game.
Okay, we'll talk about this when we get to more of the game because I have so much to say about this game. Like, it's unreal.
Okay, so now sticking with the Bears, I have 2 parts of mine. The first one, pace. Jackson was activated, didn't play 1 snap, whether that was from Nagy or from Pace. There's no reason to activate somebody and have them not play
That didn't make sense.
one snap. Because Nagy said that he was available if they needed him.
It didn't make
We
sense
were
to me.
fucking losing.
Yeah, that
Why
didn't make
wouldn't
sense to
they
me.
use them? We use him.
Amos made an awful head-to-head penalty that
on Zach Ertz.
that hurt us a lot, and I promise you, Eddie Jackson would have made that. And I heard that there was reports that he was literally begging to get in the game.
It's not even that, dude. It's just like if you watch the game, Nick Foles was literally floating the football in the air.
No, I know.
Like Eddie Jackson probably gets like 2 picks that game. Like Nick Foles, like I understand, big dick Nick, guy's a great
not against the fucking Bears. He wasn't.
Guy's a great playoff quarterback, but he played terrible.
Yeah, he did not play.
He played, and like Trubisky didn't play that good either until the end of the game.
But if you told me that
was
Mitch,
I promise you, that was on Nagy. Nagy fucking played conservative. He was playing like a little bitch. And, like, he wasn't letting Trubisky
they should have beat
the
the shit out of the Eagles, dude.
Dude, Trubisky was on point.
Did you see who was playing in the secondary for the Eagles? Avonte fucking Maddox.
And they played 10
like, what about our fucking
Terron,
secondary? Our secondary was awful.
Trayvon McFarland? Who the fuck is that, dude? Like, the Bears should – I mean, we'll talk about it later, but they should have beat the shit out of the Eagles.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, your best defensive player, like, arguably, other than Khalil Mack, your best defensive player and Eddie Jackson.
They're pretty close to how good they are.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie Jackson, Khalil Mack.
They're two different kinds of players.
Khalil Mack's Khalil Mack.
I know, but
Eddie Jackson.
Eddie Jackson has made himself a name. Like
Khalil Mack doesn't have as many pick sixes, and pick sixes changes the game.
Well, yeah, but he just murders the
No,
quarterback.
I know. I'm saying they're two different kinds of players, and they change the momentum in two different ways.
I promise you, Jackson wouldn't have as many interceptions if
it wasn't for Mack.
Yes, because they had no pass rush before.
Did you say you had 2 call-outs?
Yeah, and the second one, Deegs, I think you already know where I'm going with this. The Parkey kick, okay, Parkey's got to do a job. It was blocked, tipped, whatever. But my call it is the fans.
Yeah, I knew that's what it was.
My one friend was actually at the game, and like, did you see that one Twitter video of like him running into the? Oh, yeah. He was there, like in that section, and he got choked because he told one guy to stop because he was like yelling stuff at Parkey, and the guy choked my friend and like threw him against the wall and everything. Like, people are just crazy, and like, I understand it's a big game, and PT, you're a season ticket holder. I understand it's tough. I feel like people just took it too far, and that people don't understand that, yeah, it's a game, and trust me, I would have loved to win that game. Anybody would have. But that doesn't mean that my life has changed drastically because of that one kick.
Yeah, there was no need for death threats. There was no need for even Barstow Carl. He was out of place by fucking posting that video. Like,
he was, yeah.
He fucking made 3 field goals before that. Yes, okay, and here's another thing too, though. Another part of the kicker's job is to get over the defensive line.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it was blocked, but that's like one of the main kicker's job is to make sure it's not blocked. Kick it high enough where it's not blocked.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm on, like you said, I'm on a scale, like, yes, that's the kick you have to make. It's like your life depends on it.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day, he missed it. It's becoming something in the NFL that's becoming very common, and the way Chicago reacted was very embarrassing on everyone's part of Chicago fans. Like, it made us look like Cowboy and Philly fans. It made us
or Boston Red Sox, or not Boston Yankee fans.
Dude, it just looked so bad.
Yeah, dude, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, yes, he should have made that field goal 100%. Like, it's a 43-yarder. You're a professional kicker. He's gonna make $4 million next year guaranteed. He should have made that field goal, but for the idiots on Twitter or Facebook or whatever that say that the Bears lost that game because Parkey missed the field goal.
He did make 9 points out of the 15.
No, it's not even that, dude. You can't score 15 points in a playoff game
and expect to win.
You have to score more than that.
And that's all I'm at Nagy.
I'm willing to bet if we went through every single team or every single playoff game since the Super Bowl started and looked at all the teams' records, that every single team that scored 15 or less points probably won like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, but you know what? This other stat, it was for a home team.
Yeah, no, the plus 2 turnovers.
Who has 2 turnovers?
Yeah, but that's the defense.
4 losses.
Yeah, that's because the offense couldn't score. They couldn't score. The Bears' defense played fine. They just
I thought that the secondary, if the secondary was on, we win that game.
It was easily. A costly pass interference penalty by Amukamara. It was the late targeting hit by Amos. It was the secondary. You're right. They couldn't tackle for shit.
Well, we'll talk about that when we get more into football. I mean,
yeah, it's true. Diggs, let's get to your call out because
my call out, Tua Tagovailoa.
You got his name right.
I
couldn't either.
Alabama Crimson Tide. If you guys didn't know, Clemson.
Thank God.
Before you go, dude, the thing that made my night that night was Barstool's tweet that said, Oh, he's fucked. And it was a clip when it was in the Cotton Bowl. They did like an introduction with him, and it was his dad saying that I beat the kids.
Yeah, I saw that.
Even if he
Dude.
scores 3 touchdowns,
Yeah, I saw that.
It had that clip where he said I beat the kids, like discipline and name.
Yeah,
and they're like Tua's fucked.
Yeah, dude. But if you remember last year, Tua comes in for Jalen Hurts at halftime, plays a fantastic game, beats a very good Georgia team, puts the team on his back. They ended up winning in overtime. This year, a lot of people expected him to play like he did last year to carry Alabama to a championship. And I made a tweet probably like 4 weeks into the college football season that Bama is not going to lose a game while Tua is their quarterback. And I'm going to keep it real with you. This guy was exposed in the national championship game. The first pick he threw on that drive, they confused the shit out of him. It was a zone blitz. The guy came right in.
Oh.
He didn't see him. Threw the ball right into that slant route. Picked off. Easy pick 6. The second one was worse. He just kind of threw it up. You cannot throw a football in the middle of the field and expect it, especially against a good Clemson defense, to not get picked off. So he also fumbled when he got sacked. Luckily, one of his offensive linemen picked it up. But his numbers aren't really bad. 22 for 34, 295. His decision-making was pretty terrible on that 4th and 5 instead of looking for an open pass. Moving around, creating time for someone to get open. He just scrambled to try and get the 4th down. He didn't get it. Killed all of their momentum. To me, Trevor Lawrence outplayed him completely. Even if the numbers don't show it, Tua did have a better completion percentage and from a statistical standpoint, probably a better game. But Trevor Lawrence, at 19 years old, Trevor Lawrence is our age. And we'll talk about him later on.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking beast.
He is probably going to leave college football as the greatest college football prospect of all time. It's going to be him, Andrew Luck, or Peyton Manning.
You have to have 2 years on a roster, right?
Yeah, so he can leave next year.
I honestly think he will.
If he leaves next year, I promise you teams will take him over Tua. Right now,
110%.
Right now, Tua is the consensus number 1 pick. But after this national championship game, he got exposed by this Clemson defense, and teams are going to study what Clemson did. They were talking about this during the game. Teams are going to study the scheme that Clemson ran against them, the zone blitzes, disguising their blitzes, coming at him from his blind side. And they're going to use that. And I would not be surprised if Tua regresses next year.
Oh.
I don't think...
Yeah, because people are going to film now. People are going to have the...
This guy looked like exposed. Like he had, on paper, a good game. But if you watch the game, it really wasn't that good of a game. And obviously, they got destroyed. So that's my call out to...
Don't be a pussy.
You played well 2 years ago. You fucked up this year. Your team lost because of it. So, yeah, let's move on.
You know what? Oh, wait, never mind. We'll talk about that later when we get to college football.
Okay, yeah, so we'll move on to... We've already touched on quite a bit of our NFL games that happened last week. First week, the wild cards. We'll just start off with the Bears because we touched on them quite a bit.
This might take a while.
I don't have much to say left. We basically touched on everything. Nagy made some awful decisions. He was being really conservative. Secondary was playing off ridiculously far. Like I didn't understand. I even texted Deeks with the game. I'm like, where the fuck is our secondary? And then also there was one other thing. I can't remember right now, but it was just like there were so many things that like when you're a fan and something doesn't go your team's way, you literally just go over every single play in your mind. Somehow you remember every single play, and you just go everything. Like you're like, was that possible and stuff like that. I was numb for probably the next 2 days. It sucked. The Bears were waiting on that for a long time.
Yeah.
Congrats to Vic Fangio. You deserve it, man. We're gonna miss you. Chicago's gonna miss you.
That's gonna hurt.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really confident with our defense still, no matter what. We still have our players. They're playing. I think they have a good bond. They had a good 1 year together, so they should be fine. That's really it for the Bears game.
Real quick. I got something to add too.
One for you, if you guys didn't know, Vic Fangio did just get named the head coach of the Denver Broncos.
Yep.
You didn't say where, but
Yeah.
I think he's a defensive mastermind, probably one of the best defensive coordinators in football, if not the best. Obviously, the Bears' defense is really good, but his blitz packages, the way he attacks quarterbacks and stuff.
Denver's got a good defense,
Denver has a good defense,
yeah.
and in that stadium, they're going to be pretty good next year.
I think so too.
Transitioning to that, the Bears play the AFC West next year, which means they play the Broncos, they play the Chiefs, they play the Chargers.
Yeah.
So now, if you guys didn't know, when your team finishes in first place, you play every single team that finished in first place in your conference. So they would play the Saints, the Rams, and the Cowboys next year. On top of you play the whole AFC West, and then you play your division twice. So that's where your 16 games basically comes from. Now, knowing that the Bears are probably going to have to go to Kansas City, to one of or two of Kansas City, Denver, and
they already are. It's already been
LA.
confirmed that
Really?
they have to go to Denver. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, it was.
Because you guys are Bears fans, you answer it first. I'll give you my prediction after. Realistically speaking,
10-6.
10-6.
10-6.
With the record. PT,
10-6.
what do you think?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't even tell you right now. I'd have to see who defensive coordinator gets hired. I'm gonna have to see offseason moves for
Just
offense.
give me a fucking number.
I couldn't tell you. Probably.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they go 8-8.
I wouldn't say 8-8. I think Mitch has a better year next year. I would probably go. I'll go one above you, Mohan. I'll go 11-5 or
11-5.
11-5.
Not bad. I don't think their record's better than this year, or the same.
They go 12-4 this year.
No, I don't think so.
They went 12-4 this
Oh
year.
yeah, they went 12-4 this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they go 11-5. They have some. I think they win the games they should next year. I think they win the games they should next year. Lose the games they should. I think it'll be
this
an
is
interesting year.
this is who the Bears play at home. This is who they play on the road.
Okay.
At home, they play the Lions, the Packers, the Vikings, the Chiefs, the Chargers. So the two best teams in the AFC West, they play them at home. So that's good.
Okay.
Cowboys, Giants, and Saints. Wow. You guys lucked out big time.
Yeah, huge.
And then on the road, you play Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Oakland, Denver, Philly, and the Redskins. So
Yeah.
if I'm looking at this,
honestly,
you probably sweep Detroit. You probably split with Green Bay. You probably split with Minnesota because I would expect them to be better next year. So right there, you're 4-2. You play Chiefs, Chargers, Cowboys, Saints at home. Probably win 2 of those games. Probably lose to the Chiefs and the Cowboys, I would say maybe. You're not going to beat all 4 of those teams at home.
no.
So if I was to guess, I'd probably go 10-6 too.
Yeah, 10-6.
10-6, 11, and I wouldn't be surprised if they went 11-5.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they went 12-4. Honestly, like PT's right. It depends who we get this offseason. Depends our defensive coordinator. It depends who's healthy when the new year comes. Because maybe Trey Burton hurt his groin again and he's done, and we're left with Shaheen as our tight end.
Well, in hot take here too, I think Jordan Howard's gone too. He just doesn't seem to fit in the offense.
I
don't know why.
don't think they use like they don't.
During that Eagles game.
I don't even realize if you realized he had 2 runs that I saw
Oh.
that he could have had touchdowns on that he
That
was
he
knocked
fell.
down
He
by
fell.
an arm.
Yeah.
Like you're an NFL running back, you should be able to run over
Yeah.
people. And if you're getting knocked over by
But
an arm,
even
that's
then,
not
dude,
good.
like there was like 3rd and 2s where they had Mizell in or like Benny Cunningham in. Like that's not a passing down.
Well,
Turn around, give the ball to your
Running
230-pound back, and have him run some motherfucker over and get a first down. But I mean, I don't know. You got anything else on the Bears game?
I've actually got a question for PT. So with the NFL draft, I don't know. It's a couple months away. April.
Oh, fun fact. 6th round of the NFL draft is coming to Rock Island, Illinois. It's going to be filmed at Augustana College. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to be there. And I don't know why. I'm going to be there. It's going to be cool. I'm going to have a sign. I'm going to be wearing my Orange 3 Cohen jersey. And I'm going to have a good time.
Good,
All
dude.
right?
Have a good
So,
time.
I'm gonna look out for you, dude.
Good, I will
want you
too.
to record it.
All right, so my question to PT Deegs, you can chime in too, but you probably don't know as much about the Bears as the Steelers. So actually, you know what? I've got a question for the Steelers too. PT, the Bears don't have a 1st or 2nd round, correct?
I believe they might.
No, they have a 2nd. They don't have a 1st.
Yeah, I know they don't have a 1st.
They have their 2nd still.
What
They have their
position do you think we go after?
I would say probably offensive line,
You definitely need an offensive line.
line, running back, or secondary.
That guy from TCU would love that.
You have
Guy
to go.
trucks.
No, you have to go tackle.
Yeah, I would assume we'd go.
You have to go
offensive
tackle.
line.
You have to go
So
tackle.
we go offensive line. Here, I want to ask you something real quick too. Another thing, I was listening to Score on my way up because I've actually started listening to Score a lot more.
Yeah, I listen to Score too, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start listening to it.
Interesting thing that came up was Kareem Hunt shows that he's capable of bettering himself or whatever, goes through the treatment that he needs. They said that the Bears would be on the short list if he gets reinstated by the NFL. do we take him?
I would.
I would too.
The only
would
reason,
too.
okay.
If he does all that treatment, yes.
No, I don't give a shit about if he does all that treatment.
But here's the
Obviously,
thing.
he needs to because he's not going to get reinstated until he does. I'm looking at it from a pure scheme fit, right?
yeah.
Kareem Hunt isn't like a bruiser like Jordan Howard. Okay, this might sound kind of like a hot take, right? Tariq Cohen is probably the shiftiest player in the NFL. Okay,
Yeah.
Tackling him is literally like it's very difficult to do. Like every time I see him return a punt, I'm like, he's taking it to the house.
Well, he's the reason why
No one's gonna tackle him.
The reason why we got a field goal is
When
because he made
you-
that kick return.
When you have a guy like that, you have to put a bruiser behind him.
Mhm.
That's why if they use Jordan Howard more, he would fit perfectly. You bring Jordan Howard in.
He can't catch though. That's all.
Yeah,
that
but you
is.
bring Jordan Howard in to pound the living shit out of the defensive line and the defense, and then Cohen comes in and they just won't be able to tackle him. Kareem Hunt's a fantastic player. Kareem Hunt, when he's healthy
yeah.
and he's playing, is a top 5 running back in the NFL, in my opinion.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I don't know if that's a scheme fit. Now, if I was a Bears fan, would I bring him in? Yes. And if he gets reinstated, I would not be surprised if the Bears made a push for him, especially because Nagy worked with him in Kansas City.
And that's what they were saying is that Andrew Reid was big about giving players second chances, and
Correct.
Nagy was under him, and so he would
Yeah.
have the same.
I would
feeling
not
about
be
safety.
surprised at all
So
if he went to the Bears.
it's not close at all. 2 or 3 years would probably be the time when if small chance he gets reinstated. But
I
it's just
wouldn't
something
be
to think
surprised
about.
if it's sooner.
No, I think
No.
he could get reinstated, but I don't think he'll play for a while.
Teams. it's
Ray
just
Rice
gonna
got
be-
reinstated.
It's going to be a while.
Ray
He
Rice
got
reinstated.
reinstated?
But yeah, but nobody
Then,
signed him.
why wouldn't Kareem Hunt
Exactly.
be reinstated?
Well,
Josh
he's-
Gordon was
he's-
suspended for 3 years,
Yeah.
and he got reinstated.
People get second chances.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to be interesting to see what happens there because obviously the running back position for the Bears is kind of up in hands right now. So we'll
That
see.
it is.
But like I said, I think we got everything off our chest about the Bears.
Any
Some
other
good games.
yeah.
Oh, another thing too that was really, really odd. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, so Seahawks, they have a chance to get an onside kick, and
Yeah, what
Sebastian
the hell was
Janikowski
that?
is hurt.
Oh, yeah,
his
what the hell,
hamstring
yeah.
on a field goal. And they bring out the punter, and he drop kicks it and basically kicks it through the
Yeah,
end zone.
what the hell was that?
I could literally go out there and do it better.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Did you see that? He kicked it like 50 yards.
No, I didn't see it,
He
but
just,
no,
he
but
just went-
yeah,
he just picked it up.
I heard
stood
about
there
it.
and drop kicked it.
So that was another thing people were talking
That
about.
was their
too.
onside attempt to try and get the ball back.
No, I know, but I heard about that. But why, as a coach, would you let your punter? No, that's not what I'm saying. I understand he had to kick. Why would he drop kick
I
it?
don't know.
Why would you? If I saw, as soon as I saw this, timeout. I'm calling timeout.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather have my third string quarterback go out there and try and kick it, other than my punter
yeah,
try
so-
to drop kick it.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, are you kidding me?
Touching
Like,
on
it's
that
a playoff game and it's-
Touching on that game real quick, I think you picked Dallas to win. Yeah, me.
I also picked Dallas.
Oh, you picked Dallas.
I picked
so I'm the
Dallas.
only one that picked Seattle because I'm a fucking idiot.
No,
But honestly,
I thought I picked wrong.
I thought that Seattle was going to win that game
Oh,
the
I
whole
did-
time.
I
Better
did too.
quarterback. They're hot right now. I mean, they kind of neutralized Zeke.
They need one more weapon for.
They need a weapon.
One more weapon for Russell.
That was a good game. I didn't get to watch all of it because I was.
Oh,
flying.
I watched the beginning.
And
Yeah.
they need to figure out their running back situation. They're bouncing between 3 running
I
backs.
honestly,
they
dude,
can't find
I know
one.
that they wasted a first round pick on Penny, which was a terrible draft pick. Chris Carson needs to be the workhorse.
He had
Chris
6 carries or something.
Chris
like that
Carson
in the game.
Chris
He's
Carson
awesome.
is a very good
He'd be
running back.
great for me on fantasy.
He needs to be the workhorse. So I mean, obviously, nobody in this room is happy that the Cowboys won because it's a pretty big
I didn't want
consensus
it, but-
that everybody hates the Cowboys unless
Yeah.
you're a Cowboys fan. But it was a good game. Do you guys have anything else in that game?
Just that punt, it kind of threw me off. And then the other games, nothing really. I mean, the Ravens game kind of got.
We all had the Ravens winning.
Real quick, Lamar Jackson, bro. I understand that you got sacked 7 times and that your offensive line let you down, but he fumbled the ball like 5 times.
But you know what though?
No,
Okay.
but he was fumbling the ball before on the snap. Like he would say hike and they would hit him in the hands and just tip off.
This is what I'm gonna say about Lamar Jackson. He played like shit, but
He came back.
when they needed him,
Yeah,
just like Mitch Trubisky,
I agree.
he played like shit in the beginning, but when they needed him, they let their dicks flop.
I agree.
And he carried them
He
down
brought
the
them
field.
back in the game, and to be honest with you, I hate the Ravens more than I hate anything on this planet.
More than the Dodgers?
Oh, by far.
Really?
They should have beat the shit out of the Chargers.
Oh yeah,
He
Philip
played-
Rivers played like.
Lamar
Ass.
Jackson played probably the worst half of football he'll play his entire career.
Oh yeah, no.
Didn't they say like that was the first time since like his high school career that he was down by like 8 points or something? Like,
Yeah.
it was something nuts. Like,
Yeah, like I mean, it was a good game to watch for the most part. In the
I
fourth
actually
quarter.
did. That was a game
I
enjoyed
enjoyed it because the Ravens were getting dicked for most of the game. But I mean, anything else on that game?
nothing with that. And then the Colts. I mean, they showed out good. They're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
the
my
only one that
sleeper
picked
team
the
in playoffs.
Texans.
Yeah,
They're
you're
gonna be
a
my
dumbass.
sleeper.
The
Deshaun
Colts
Watson's
have
my
won
dude.
10 of 11 games, dude.
They're
They're
gonna be-
hot.
they're gonna
I think they're making the Super Bowl. Hot take.
All right,
Very
okay,
hot
so
take.
now we're gonna move on to that.
Wait, no. I want to say something. All right. The Texans, Deshaun Watson. He's my boy. You guys probably don't know that, but
I don't like him either.
I love Deshaun Watson. All right.
He went like this every time he carried the ball. I'm like, dude,
Cause dude, first down.
Okay,
All right,
you're a
anyways,
quarterback.
just listen to what I have to
you're
say.
a quarterback. Go
right.
fucking get the ball. Get on the center.
All right. Do you guys know the stat Deshaun Watson has? He has never lost a game in his college or football NFL career by more than one touchdown
Yeah.
until that weekend.
Yeah.
Good, I hope he
And do you know why he lost that? Because that stat came out the week before the game and just completely jinxed the shit out of him.
It seems to happen like that, man. It happened.
All right, man. Let's get into our predictions. Mahoney, go ahead and tell us what the updated standings are for.
Update.
our
All
Eagles
right.
bet.
So I'll start with the regular season. Deegs, you finished 51-29 in first place.
Wow.
PT, you finished 49-31 in second place, and I finished 47-33 in third place. So you know what? We all did pretty well, actually.
Are we all above 500?
Yeah, by
good,
far.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
We
Now
finally-
here's
we
when
finally
it gets a
decided-
little fucking juicy. Tied in first place after the first weekend of wild card. Deegs and PT 53-35, and I am one game behind at
Oh, because we
49-39.
doubled it, right?
Yep.
So is this week's
weekend's
game
4,
and then next week is 8, and Super Bowl 16?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to actually
Okay, well,
stop. Being a
I'm
dumbass.
one game behind this week, so
It's gonna be interesting, man. Our bet's coming in.
that's a good game.
All right, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna start with our picks here.
where the hell did my pen go?
All right, so here we go. We got the Colts at the Chiefs. Let me tell you, man, this Colts team.
I'm so
is
excited for
hot.
this game.
I'm so excited for this.
And I was watching right before I went to dinner tonight. They were saying, who would you want more, Andrew Luck or Patrick Mahomes? They said that
That's an easy question.
That is an easy
Andrew
question.
Luck by far.
Oh,
Yeah,
110%.
Not even close.
Yeah, not even close.
This Colts team is going to the fucking Super Bowl.
Let's go!
Yeah! Okay, Mahoney, go ahead.
Yeah, I have the Colts.
Yeah, dude. Okay, the Kansas City Chiefs, right? I'll tell you from personal experience watching them. My team up until this year was basically the owners of the Kansas City Chiefs. Every single time we played them, whether it be playoffs or regular season, we fucked them. Finally, they beat us this year. It was a close game, 45-42.
Yeah.
But still, they finally beat us this year. Playing in Kansas City is just like playing at the Saints Stadium. It's just like playing in Foxborough. Nobody wants to go there and play in the Chiefs' kingdom, right? Pat Mahomes should be the MVP, 50 touchdowns, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, fantastic offense. But
He was at the Bears game, by the way. Side note.
me and PT have been saying this for since the season started. The downfall of the Kansas City Chiefs comes on the defensive side of the football. Their defense is dog shit. Absolute dog shit. When I look at the Colts, 10 of 11 games. This team started out 1-5 and made the playoffs. Andrew Luck, you know what? Stand up and clap for Andrew Luck.
Giraffe neck, Mark. Stand up.
Stand up and clap for him. 40 touchdowns after coming back from a surgery that nobody thought he'd probably play football again. The dude was throwing high school footballs at this point last year.
Pretty good and fancy
He's
for me.
Put the team on his back. Their defense is young. Their defense is good. Their
defense is scary.
Their offensive line is giving
Oh,
up
their
the
offensive line.
Nelson?
least amount of sacks in football this year after giving up the most last year. Quentin Nelson's. I'm telling you right now. Quentin Nelson's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Dude, I'm telling you right now too. Oh, you go ahead. You finish.
Captain Andrew Luck, baby.
That the Chiefs are known for choking in playoff games, and Andrew Luck is coming into this fucking Chiefs kingdom, unzipping his pants, taking his dick, slapping it on the table, and the Colts are going to win this fucking game.
You know what? Now that the Bears are out, the Colts are the team.
Let's
that-
go. I'm cheering for the Colts,
I'm
too.
cheering for the Colts. Yeah. The Colts are my team that I'm gonna fucking pick because I love the Colts now for some reason.
I like Andrew
Andrew
Luck,
Luck's
honestly,
gonna.
yeah.
Andrew Luck's
And
gonna
freaking
slice.
Ebron just gets me moist, dude. I love that man.
He's good for him too.
He's got good. Yeah, dude, good story.
Good for him.
Good for him. Andrew Luck's gonna slice and dice the shit out of the Chiefs. And I'm going to be honest with you, this game is going to be fun, but it's going to be a good one because the Colts are going to win. Next game, Cowboys-Rams. This game is weird. LA is favored by a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that close. Or it's not going to be it's going to be close.
I think it's going to be close, too.
I think Zeke's going to go in. I think they're going to feed the shit out of Zeke, which they should.
That's their game plan,
And Amari Cooper's going to be going back out to the West Coast, and he's going to be feeling good. But I'm still going to have the Rams winning.
Yeah, I still have the Rams winning. I just don't see the Cowboys doing it.
They play better at home. Cowboys play way better.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be like a sneaky good game. And like I agree. I said earlier,
the best game of the week.
I said earlier, none of us like the Cowboys. Nobody likes the Cowboys unless you're a Cowboys fan. The Rams, I don't know about the Rams. I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know what Jared Goff we're going to get. I don't know what we're going to do. Or their offense is so inconsistent.
Right. Oh,
their defense has a lot of big names. Honestly, the only player I trust on that defense is Aaron Donald. The secondary is weak. The Cowboys are going to give Zeke his fucking Wheaties.
And they're really bad in the run game. Rams are off it.
He's going to feast all over them. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Yeah, breaking news. I just changed my pick from the Rams to the Cowboys.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. Change it up. One other thing to point out, which could be a fucking backbreaker. Gurley is still, injured. He's still, like this came – we knew something was wrong with Gurley when he did nothing against the Bears. Nothing against the Bears defense.
Zero.
It's Todd Gurley, bro. It's Todd Gurley.
20 yards.
He should have had more.
He was at the top of, rushing yards this year, and he's, at 4th or 5th right now.
No, I know.
Okay, so that's going to probably be one of the better games of the week. Another good game here.
This is going to be a great game.
Chargers at the Pats. This is probably the most anticipated game because Tom Brady has fucking shoved it up the Chargers' asshole
forever.
Rivers is ready to fucking go.
He's done to the Chargers almost as much as he's done to Pittsburgh. It's pretty close.
Chargers are going to go in here. They're coming off a big win. Their defense is going to step up. Rivers is going to fucking slice and dice the fucking Pats D. They're going to fucking take it to Foxborough, and they're going to beat the Pats and end the fucking Brady era right now.
I'm going to go 110% against that.
That's fun.
Yeah, dude.
It's Tom Brady. I mean, I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, but I still believe that he's definitely the best quarterback of our generation with his accolades and everything. But, yeah, dude, it's Tom Brady. I can't go. The Tom Brady era isn't over until the day Tom Brady retires because I don't think Tom Brady will ever be, bad or mediocre.
He's gonna go out.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell you this because I have watched this motherfucker. Tom Brady is on steroids. It's what Rodgers did to you guys every year is what he does to the Steelers, but on steroids. This dude just takes his dick and puts it in Tomlin's asshole, and he does this to us every year. But they beat him this year. And he has regressed to the mean this year. He is not as good as he used to be. I said this earlier.
Playoff Brady, though.
I said this earlier when we did our predictions 3 or 4 weeks ago. If the AFC runs through Foxborough, everyone's fucked. Everyone's fucked. And if the Colts beat the Chiefs and have to go to Foxborough, they're fucked. The Chargers are fucking good, dude. They have the only team the only team they have really struggled against is Baltimore, and
they beat the second best defense in both the two best defenses in the playoffs were eliminated, and they beat the second best playoff.
But the only team they really struggled against was Baltimore, and they still found a way to win that game. Good teams win.
Defense.
Good teams win football games. That even when they struggle, they still win them. That being said, I really, really want the Chargers to win this game, but I'm never betting against Brady and Foxborough, so I'm taking the Pats.
Guess what? I'm plopping my dick on the table.
I hope you're right, and I hope that this is the reason why you beat me and win this bet, but I just don't see it happening.
All right.
Last game.
Eagles versus Saints. I mean, what the hell? The Saints are going to win. That's all I got to say, man. I don't even want to talk about this game.
I don't want to. It just hurts.
The Bears should be in it. Well, the Bears should be in Los Angeles. Yeah, but still, the Bears should be playing this week. They're gonna find weaknesses to beat Big Dick Nick, and I just can't see them winning.
My stomach hurts right now.
Can
we stop talking about the Eagles?
This is the biggest difference all weekend. New Orleans favored 8. I just don't see any way Eagles come into the Saints in New Orleans. It's so hard to play there. I saw a tweet this morning. I don't know if it's true or not, but what's that guy? I'm blanking on the head coach's name real quick.
Sean Payton?
Sean
Yeah,
Payton.
with the trophy?
Sean Payton.
Oh,
holding a
yeah,
trophy
dude, I heard
in
of
the
it.
locker room with a pile of 225K under
250K
under it, and said, "You want this shit? Fucking win 3 games."
Oh my God, dude.
They're winning.
If my coach ever did that, I would probably run into a brick wall.
Yeah, so Saints are gonna win. It's easy.
You got the Saints too?
Oh, yeah, obviously I have the Saints. The fun.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought there was no chance in hell that the Eagles were going to beat the Bears, and they did.
But the
Big Dick Nick has...
the offense is different.
Okay, there was no chance that
Mitch Trubisky, Drew Brees. I mean, come on.
There's no... Okay, Tom Brady. He beat Tom Brady last year. Nick Foles beat Tom Brady last year.
Okay.
So, the Eagles have some fucking aura of magic around their team right now where they just win things. But
Nick Foles is gone, though.
But yeah, dude, the Saints are going to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, all right, good.
The Saints are winning this
Good,
game.
at least we all agreed on that.
All right, that's all we have for picks, correct?
Yeah, now we got college football
football talk.
Actually, you know what?
No, yeah, we're doing college football talk.
All right.
You
college
can
football.
wait. You can wait.
All right.
I feel like I had to say something about college football.
Jalen Hurts, maybe?
No, you guys talk, and I'll try and figure it out.
Okay.
Well, I think the most interesting thing from this week, I stopped watching the game after they fucking went up 30-some points. But I think the most interesting thing was after the game that, was it a linebacker, whoever it was for Clemson, went on there and gave his recruitment speech.
Colin Farrell?
Yeah,
at the end.
That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Good for them. Clemson, good for them, man.
I'm so happy.
They showed that they could be the dominant team in college football. Good for them. That's all I gotta say is good for them.
Yeah, dude.
They dominated. So, and sorry for the Notre Dame fans out here.
Fuck you.
All those kids out, all the Notre Dame
You know
fans
what?
out
Fuck
there
Georgia saying, "Oh, Notre Dame,
No.
you got your dicks handed to
No,
you."
I don't want to hear this because all
God,
the Notre Dame
You
fans.
play in a conference, you guys would
All
have
the
been
Notre
fine.
Dame.
Oh, wait, time out. I'm not that guy. I really think we should play in a conference.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I really
It
think
would
we
help you
should.
guys. But here's the thing: all the Notre Dame fans decided to go on Twitter and be like, "Everyone fucking knows this is an apology." No, you fucking don't.
No.
Shut the fuck
No,
up and
you
go
guys-
back to fucking.
Dude, I was talking to this kid who's a Notre Dame fan. He's like, well, Julian Love got hurt, so that's why we lost 30 to 10. I'm
No,
like,
come
shut
on.
the fuck
Yeah,
up, dude.
no, stop.
You guys, one cornerback doesn't make up for 20 points.
Yeah. Dude, they look impressed. That wide receiver,
This is
John Ross,
Justin
Ross.
This is what I want to talk about, dude.
I hope the Bears get him. That would be pretty cool.
Bama, he's a freshman.
Oh, he is? Oh.
Bama is like the Yankees of college football. Like 18 national championships. They are the Crimson Tide. The college football playoff basically runs through them. They just got obliterated in the national championship, and they're already the odds-on favorites to start the season at the number 1 ranking next year and win the whole thing too. This Clemson football team might be one of the greatest college football teams of all time. They're right. A freshman quarterback, who we'll touch on in a second. A dominant running back. A sophomore dominant running back. Two true freshman wide receivers who had amazing back-to-back bowl games. And I just want to talk about Trevor Lawrence real quick. We talked about this earlier. If he chooses to leave next year, which I think whenever he leaves, he's going to be the number 1 pick in the draft. You're talking about a guy.
Number 1 overall?
Yes.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. 100%.
Yep, 100%.
He's going to be the first pick. Teams, if
Teams
he
might trade up for him.
if he
Like, he's that good.
if he declares next year, or if there's any indication that he is going to declare, you're going to see teams like the Bengals, like the Raiders, like a bunch of teams start tanking to get this guy, because when he leaves Clemson, whether it be next year or whether it be in 2021, he's going to be the greatest, if not one of the greatest college football prospects of all time. Hear me out on this, right?
Mhm.
As a freshman,
Yeah.
okay, just beat, like I said, probably the greatest college football dynasty we've seen in a really long time, in the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
Has phenomenal size, 6'5". Right now he weighs in at 215. Obviously there's room for improvement. In the national championship game, 20 of 32, 347 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Absolutely picked apart a defense full of first-round picks. That Alabama defense has at least 8 guys who, when they enter the draft, are going to be first-round picks. I mean, just he's amazing. He's our age, and he just beat one of the greatest defenses the college.
That's kind of crazy to think, though. Like when you look at people, like they're the same age as us.
I know.
Like look at Juan Soto playing for the Nationals. He's what, a couple months older than us?
He's 19. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, a couple months older. All right, but what were you gonna say, Deeks?
I mean, other than Andrew Luck and probably John Elway, maybe Peyton Manning, I've never seen a guy like this before. I've never seen a guy like this before.
Yeah.
Real quick on the season, 65. This is the fact that he became the full-time starter after week 4. So you're talking week 5 on, right, where he is a full-time starter. Completed 65% of his passes. That's elite at the college football level. Yeah. After 4 weeks, 3,300 passing yards and 30 touchdowns. That's without playing the first 4 weeks. This guy should be your Heisman candidate for next year.
Oh yeah.
He's. I'm telling you, man.
Tua's not going to win one.
This guy is the next Andrew Luck. He's the next Andrew Luck.
He's more than that.
That's
I honestly think he's more than that too.
That's all.
I think he's the next Mr. Trubisky.
This is probably the biggest hot take that I've said and that you've probably heard. But why is Alabama getting so much hate for winning when Clemson has the same amount of championships as them in the college football playoff?
Because Bama.
I understand Bama's Bama, but they have
but that's the reason. Like
they're not able to finish.
But they just like 5 years ago they won 3 natties in 4 years.
Okay, but I'm talking about the new setup now.
Well, it's because it's Bama, dude. They're expected. They're favored. They were favored to beat Oklahoma, who had the Heisman Trophy winner, by like 15 points. Like they are literally. It's Alabama. It's like the Yankees.
I'm not Alabama.
It's like
fan
the Yankees.
No, it is like the Yankees, but I don't understand all the hate.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
People hate people that are good
because yes,
it's just how it is.
But yeah, Clemson's good at the same amount of level they are too. But here's the thing: if you think about Alabama, who is the king of college football?
Nick Saban.
Yes, in Alabama. Who always do you think gets the best players?
Alabama.
Yeah.
They've been number 1 in recruiting for like 5 or 6 years.
And here's the thing too: in college basketball, Duke's starting to fill an Alabama role.
Fuck yeah, baby.
They are literally getting every single good.
And everybody hates them, but Duke fans.
Love Duke.
But Duke fans.
But here's the reason. Yes, exactly.
Grayson Allen is my dad, dude.
If you are dominating anything you do, if you're dominating, you're not going to be liked by some people.
Yeah, the Patriots. I should have I have a reason. I have a reason to hate the Patriots, right? Because they beat up on Pittsburgh every single year. But just a casual sports fan, you look at the fact that this team has won 10 straight, and then
but when I see casual sports fans, I see them liking the team that's good.
Well, yeah,
like the Chicago Cubs.
But
you do.
Okay,
maybe not. You wouldn't be able to go to any city in the country without seeing something Cubs.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
but you look at not a casual sports fan, but an educated
okay, all right,
you too. You don't like the Patriots. No one fucking likes the Patriots. It's just
I don't mind them.
It's just like the Cowboys. If you're not a Cowboys fan,
no
one fucking likes them. Alabama, Clemson.
They get the spotlight. They get the spotlight more. You
exactly.
always hear about it and you're tired of hearing about them.
I'm sick and tired of hearing about fucking Alabama when in their last 10 years, Nick Saban would have won his 7th national championship.
And he would have retired, but
he's been there.
Come back
he's been there for 10 years, dude. It's a 60% winning percentage. That's unreal. Clemson has been good, but they've been good as of late. Clemson was a nobody till Dabo got there. Even when he started there, they were terrible. You're talking about Alabama; they've been good forever.
Yeah.
It's like Notre Dame; they've been good forever.
They don't go away. They're like an annoying little bug.
Just like the Yankees, dude.
Annoying little
they
voice
don't go away.
That doesn't go away.
When was there's been one time in our lifetime?
Oh, 09.
Yeah.
No, not 09. The fucking time.
No, 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, when they didn't make the playoffs.
I thought that was 2010.
That's the only time they've ever been. It was the year before the baby bombers. So 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I guess.
It's the only time.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's the only time that they've ever been bad. It's the same thing with Bama.
They weren't even that bad. They came in third?
Yeah, but it's the Yankees. They're supposed to come in first or second every single year and make the playoffs.
You just see that hate.
I'm getting sick and tired of the fucking Yankees, though.
You just see that hate in every sport or in anything you do in life because there's always that one person or one team or one thing that gets the spotlight way too much, and you just don't like them that much because you don't believe that they deserve that.
Go ahead, BT.
No, you go ahead. I'm done there.
So from Bright Lights Podcast to you, stay strong.
Stay strong.
Stay strong.
Stay strong, man.
Stay strong.
Are we gonna talk about Jalen Hurts at all or no?
Go ahead.
I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, he put his name in the portal. He's able to talk to people.
The portal.
This is
I love that.
pissing me off, dude. This is really pissing me off. It's the same shit that happened last year, right? His dad said if he didn't earn the starting job, he was going to transfer. The guy didn't earn the starting job. The better quarterback is starting over him, and he didn't transfer. Now it's the same thing. Said the same thing. It's like, oh, if I'm the starter, I'm leaving. Why?
Yeah, but this is like the
just
first.
fucking leave, dude.
He didn't even do this portal thing last year. Like,
But just leave. Like, if you're not going to be like Tua is better than him.
Okay, so so now we're talking about transfers. Tate Martell, my man, you have been royally fucked. Justin.
Oh, we
Fields,
gotta talk about this too.
He just took your job, man. You might as well transfer.
Is it bad that like I don't think Justin Fields is like as good as advertised? You know, he was ranked above Trevor Lawrence, right?
Who's Justin Fields?
The number one quarterback. He went to Georgia.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah.
He transferred because but he was ranked above Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's not a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence.
Oh no, but I'm saying he's better than Tate Martell.
How do you know?
No, he's better. Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Has Tate Martell gotten any opportunity at all?
He's had a couple times, but I just think that he's gonna get overlooked because, I mean, he's already getting overlooked. I don't know if this means anything, but Justin Fields was sitting courtside at the Ohio State Buckeyes game, and Tate Martell's sitting up in the nosebleeds. Like, sorry, I love Tate Martell. I grew up watching him on that show or whatever. I just don't think he's gonna get the opportunity.
But Fields might not be able to play this year. If he doesn't, so you know how if you transfer in between division after playing a season, you can't play. It's the same thing with that Georgia quarterback that went to Washington, Adam Eason. He had to sit out. So the thing with Fields, and it's very complicated. A lot of people don't know about this. If you remember, like week 3, when that Georgia baseball player was shouting the racial slurs at him or whatever, and the guy got kicked off the team. Mm-hmm. Well, Fields is taking that as an opportunity to file a grievance report against the University of Georgia, which, if it is passed by the NCAA, will allow him to play this season. Now, if it's not passed, he's got to sit out a full year, which means Martell will be the starter. Yeah, so while I agree that Tate Martell might want to look into – he's not going to because he's got the biggest ego ever and he's going to want to beat him out. He might be like the foregone conclusion to be the starter if Fields doesn't even play. Yeah. There's a solid chance he doesn't. So we'll see how it goes. But in terms of Jalen Hurts, just fucking leave, dude. Just leave. Go play at Houston. Like they're the number one odds to get him. Go to Oklahoma. Go to Florida State. Go to Florida. Go
to Illinois.
Go somewhere and go make a name for yourself, dude. Because he could potentially be something.
Because he has his second chance to possibly make it.
He should be taking this opportunity. But yeah, is that all we have college football wise?
Let me think here. Is there anything else? I don't believe. I had something in mind. I don't know.
I think that's good with college football.
All right, go ahead, buddy. Tap in your little hockey talk.
All right, little hockey talk. Went to the Hawks game.
You did go to. How was that?
Oh, it's been. I was actually at the United Center not back to back. I was at the Bulls game on Friday.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something.
Wow.
The Bulls,
they suck.
They're actually kind of exciting to watch. I've been watching them a lot too on TV.
They have 10 wins.
Can you fucking listen to me?
They have 10 wins.
Okay, Zach LaVine. Did you know what game I went to?
Zach LaVine is like typical.
Can you listen?
No.
The buzzer beater game?
You're not going to tell me that the Bulls are good.
I'm not telling you the Bulls are good.
Or exciting.
I'm telling you.
10 wins. If I was you,
2 years.
If I was you, I would want them to not win a game the rest of the season.
See, but basketball's stupid.
You know what's going to make
basketball's stupid? Do you know what's going to
draft? Do you know what's going to make the Bulls 10 times more exciting?
Fucking Zion.
Yeah. So why don't you just wait a little?
Can I just?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So actually, before I talk about hockey, I want to talk about baseball for a couple seconds.
Oh my god!
Just give me a couple goddamn seconds. So let our 18 listeners listen to me talk. So the NBA, I feel like they're doing the draft wrong.
It's terrible.
I think it's the stupidest thing.
It's terrible
because I guess it's okay in some ways because it gives teams a harder chance to tank. But this is what I want to talk about. I don't know about the Bulls and how good the Bulls are because they effing blow and it's not even close. You're right. They have 10 wins. Okay, but I want to talk about tanking in the NBA is worse than any other sport.
Yes.
Okay. When I was at the game, Zach LaVine had, what was it? Was it 19? Yeah, 19 points in the first quarter. He set the second and third quarter and finished with 31. If he would have played the second and third, he probably would have scored 50. Like, why would he not?
Dude, he's the only decent player on that team.
We were up by 16 at the end of the first.
Okay.
That's why we lost.
Okay.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean about tanking in the NBA. Like, it's so bad.
But the Bulls don't have to tank. They're just fucking terrible.
Okay, you know what?
The Bulls. Okay.
No, they're bad. No matter what.
I understand. Tanking in the NBA is stupid. Tanking in the NBA with the fact that the three worst teams all have an equal chance of getting the number one pick.
It's stupid.
It's terrible. But there are some teams in the NBA that don't have to tank and they'll just be naturally terrible. For example, the Bulls. Okay, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine on a contending team is
unreal.
On a contending team is a good third option. Okay, on a bad team, he's gonna look like the best scorer in fucking basketball, dude. You know why?
Why?
Who else is gonna take shots? He's putting up
Markkanen.
Shut the hell up.
You are not telling me Markkanen's not good.
Markkanen's good.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Markkanen on a championship team is a backup power forward that plays 20 minutes and comes in and hits like 4 threes.
I don't think so.
That's Markkanen's role.
I don't think so.
Zach LaVine is the prototypical putting up meaningless stats on a very, very bad team. I'll give you a perfect example, right?
All right, all right, go ahead.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay, Boogie.
DeMarcus Cousins Boogie is probably one of the best offensive centers to ever play this game. That dude is amazing, okay? His numbers when he went to Sacramento were way too inflated. Way too inflated. Why? Because he was the only capable. It's the same thing with the Bulls. Okay, I'm not saying Zach LaVine is not a good player. I think he has improved his jump shot. It's good to see him healthy. He's one hell of an athlete. The guy can play good defense. But he's like top 5 or top 6 in scoring right now, and he's not that kind of player. He's not an elite NBA scorer.
All right, so
he's just putting up numbers because
that's enough about basketball. Let's get into hockey real quick. This will literally take a couple seconds. Blackhawks fans, I was at the game.
I'm sorry.
And again, don't be sorry. We're only like 3-4 games out of a playoff spot, but I don't think it's gonna happen because whenever we win a game, we lose 2, and it just doesn't work well. But I think it's time to trade Corey Crawford for multiple reasons. Okay, it looks like he's coming back from concussion again. So. And now we have D'Elia, who is amazing. He's an awesome goaltender. And Corey Crawford can get us a first-round pick, a prospect, and an NHL-ready player. I think it's time for Bowman to pull the trigger. The thing that Hawks fans don't understand is that Hawks fans want these guys to stay, but like guys like Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, who are coming at the end of their career, they might want to win another Stanley Cup. So I think it's perfect time for us to trade off those older guys, give them one more shot at the Stanley Cup, like Crawford, get a first-round pick, get a prospect, get an NHL-ready player, trade Keith, get an NHL-ready player, prospect, draft pick, whatever. I just think it's time for the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks definitely cannot go full rebuild like the White Sox did, but that's not even part of it. But I think that they need to go through a partial rebuild, keep their main pieces like Tane and Kays, and see what happens. Okay, you can get off your phone now, dickhead.
I'm listening to you.
All right, so enough from hockey.
Let's talk some fucking baseball, dude.
Not a lot's happening.
No, I honestly, because we're on a little bit of a time constraint here, I want to talk about one thing in terms of baseball. I don't want to talk about fucking John Jay, even though John Jay is a good hitter. I don't want.
I'll say it real quick. I like the John Jay Kelvin Herrera signing. We now have the best bullpen in the AL Central at the moment. You can't even deny that. Think about it.
I'm thinking.
Cleveland lost Cody Allen and Andrew Miller.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about how dog shit the bullpens in the AL Central.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah. No, it's either them or Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota isn't too bad. Yeah. All right, but go ahead. Go ahead about what you want to talk about.
Just a few things, okay?
Thought it was one thing.
Well, they all circulate back to Machado.
I'm go ahead.
Manny Machado reported...
Fuck that Clark dude, first of all.
Yeah, fuck that dude. Go fuck yourself. First reported, or today, I think it was Heyman or Morosi or someone. I think it was Heyman. I don't give a fuck who it is. That Machado is looking for north of what young Carlos Stanton got, which is $325 million.
Absurd.
Now, Manny Machado, great player. 300-plus hitter, 30-plus bombs, 100-plus RBIs.
He'll hit 40 at the South. He plays at the South.
Guy is a fantastic defensive player. He's played like 158 games plus every single year. He's top 10 players in baseball from an offensive standpoint. You're not fucking getting $325 million, dude. Bryce Harper is not getting $325 million.
No, yeah, he will.
No, he
from
won't.
the Nationals. The Nationals gave him. I heard a report that said that he got 10 years from the Nationals. Yep. The original offer was $300 million. I've heard that they destroyed that, and it's close to like $350.
If that was true, he would have already signed there.
And the reports are coming out right now that he's going to sign with the Nationals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's.
We'll see how it is, man. But even then, Harper is worth more than Machado.
Oh yeah, I think Harper's worth the $350.
Machado, dude. Reports came out yesterday that the Yankees offer to him was like 5 years, $130 million.
Oh, I know.
Like, you just gotta swallow your fucking pride, dude, and understand that you're not getting $300 million.
Well, and that deal right there took the Yankees out of it.
Yes.
They're out.
They're still the preferred destination from their camp, but it's just because Manny wants to play there.
Yeah.
But they don't want to fork over the money. Honestly, I know I gave you shit for this. I don't know, dude.
Don't say I don't know.
I know I gave you shit.
Uh-huh.
Right now, the White Sox are the front runners to sign him, but we've been hearing a lot about this mystery team, and
I don't know.
I hate
know that shit.
No, it pisses me off. Just like grow some balls and tell us you're in on Machado.
What if it's your Padres?
I don't. It's not. They're. I don't want to talk about the Padres, dude. They're fucking irrelevant and the worst team in baseball history. But I don't know. I just have a feeling like he doesn't like Philly. He doesn't want to play for the Yankees.
What if it's the Cubs?
Maybe he's not intrigued about the White Sox.
What if it's the Cubs?
I don't know, dude. No, it's not the Cubs. But, like, I just feel like this mystery team could be it. Like, the decision's supposed to come within a week. If
next week on the podcast, we'll talk. All right, so, well, he'll be signed by next week, actually.
My bet is either New York or this mystery team, dude. And if it's the Padres, I'll be fucking erect within 10 seconds. But I don't know. This is really confusing. There's conflicting reports like, oh, he's going to New York. Now they're out on him. Oh, he's going to Philly. He doesn't like Philly. Oh, he's going to the White Sox. I don't know about the White Sox. Like, I don't understand where.
I hate all this media.
It's the same thing with Bryce Harper. What the fuck is the market for Harper right now? Who knows?
No idea.
Who knows?
I know it's over $200 million.
No, not even that. Just the teams. First it was the Dodgers. The Dodgers took all that cap space. Now they don't want him. Then it was the fucking Nationals. Are they going to fucking give the guy the money he wants or no? The White Sox just told him to go fuck right off, and then they're not in on him. Are the Cubs going to move money?
I honestly think that if the White Sox sign Machado, they're going to get Harper. Not get Harper. They're going to go after him. But, side note, I do have a source that told me, and it's actually a reliable source, that the White Sox gave Keuchel an offer that he cannot refuse.
Wow. An offer he cannot refuse is probably like 5 years.
And it's a lot of money.
That's bad.
Yeah.
If I was you, I would be pissed.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm pissed or happy yet.
He's 31. I'd be pissed.
I know he's pissed. I know he's pissed.
I'd be pissed.
No, I don't know yet.
He's very happy.
I'm kind of happy about it.
Also, breaking news, the Jets just hired Adam Gase to be their new head coach.
I used to hate the Jets, but no.
Jets?
Yeah. So is that all we got today for today's podcast?
Are we going back to our normal Tuesday, Thursday after this week?
Yeah. We'll get back to our normal schedule.
Because we're all back at school, and it just works out that way.
Yeah. So. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at BrightLightsPod. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Tweet at us if you want us to talk about some stuff,
DMs are always open if you want to talk sports.
We have like 11 people listen to this, but we fucking love doing it.
We love it. We love you 11 people.
I love talking to these guys about sports. I love screaming. That's all we got today. Thank you for listening, and have a good one.
See you guys.
Bye.
Perfect.